All right. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Grateful to be here. Grateful for another Tuesday. Another opportunity to come before you and share the message of the special occasion. Ooh, 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 ooh. Woo, hoo. I'm a little stand. Grateful to be able to have an opportunity to come before you. Ooh, I think I did something wrong. I did do something wrong. I did do something wrong. Okay. Happy Tuesday. I'm so grateful to be here. It's another day that the Lord has kept me. I'm dealing with severe allergies. Severe. I've been coughing. I got all of this. The drip. It's the drip. The drip is real, y'all. The drip is real. When I tell you, the drip is real. So I'm glad to be here another day. I'm glad to be able to share with you one more time, and I'm happy. Yes, I am. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we are here. We are live. Thank God, thank God, thank God. We are live. I think we're live. I'm supposed to be live. Let's see. Yes, I am live. Excuse me. So, with that being said, share. So, with that being said, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Hold on. I got to share it. This reminds me of back in the days. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, excuse me. So, so I've had a lot of thoughts. Excuse me. I've had a lot of thoughts about a lot of the things that are going on right now, that are going on today, that are going on. And I know that it's really difficult with all the things that we see that are happening in the news, with all the things that we are seeing happening across our nation. We see so many things taking place, and it is easy for us to get discouraged. It is easy for us to feel that there is no hope. It is easy for us to feel afraid. And we know that we're not supposed to be afraid. We know that we're not supposed to fear and all that. But a lot of times, fear can be or seem very real. It's not a place that you want to live. Everyone in this life deals with fear on some level. When when I first decided to go natural, to stop relaxing my hair, I had a fear of what people would think. I had a fear of what people would say for a little while. I had a fear of how I would feel about it. I had a fear of how I would respond to it. But I wanted to go all in. I wanted to go all out. I really wanted to do it because I wanted to I wanted to do something different. Um, Me going natural came on the heels of my male best friend passing away. And one thing that me and my best girl always say is that when you experience death, it causes you to rethink life. And I realized that I wanted to live my life just a little differently. I wanted to do things a little differently. I wanted to experience things. I wanted to stop living in this box, in this bubble. And basically, when we live in a box or when we live in a bubble, the four walls in that bubble or in that box are usually painted with fear. Painted with fear, like for real fear. Painted with fear. So what happens is we live in this place where we get really comfortable with the fear. We live in this place where we get really, hey, where we get really comfortable with the fear. We get really okay with the fear. And then we start wearing it like it's clothes. We start wearing the fear like it's clothing. And that's not good for us because everything that we wear is not always necessarily what we should wear. Because if it is a season where God is telling you to step out and be a special occasion and begin to celebrate yourself, and you're wearing the cloak or the coat or the jacket or the blouse or the sweater of fear, it's going to keep you, honestly, it's going to keep you from walking in what you will find on the other side of that fear. And I lived within those four walls of fear for a very, very long time. But what I also had to learn was that in order for me to receive what it is that I wanted to receive in this next phase of my life, where I knew that I needed to do and be something different, I needed to actually get rid of the fear. One of the things that helped me to get rid of the fear was knowing and learning and discovering that I am a special occasion. Granted, those of you who know the story know that in the midst of me having the experience that birthed the special occasion, I was very broken. I was very hurt. I was broke and broken. And I was in a place where something definitely needed to change. I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how to make the change. So, how many of us just really find ourselves in a place, in a space where we don't know how to make the change? When we don't know how to step out and do something different, we don't know what it looks like. You usually are not going to know what it looks like until you receive some type of guidance. The guidance that I received was the experience that birthed the special occasion. And if you are not familiar with the experience that birthed the special occasion, please look down here, look down there, look down there, and go to TanishaRonay.com, and you will see on the About page where I tell the story of how the special occasion was birthed. Because of the fact that I had such a pivotal moment that birthed that experience, that birthed the message, it seemed like it took away any fear that I had, because now I knew that I had purpose. Now I began to know what my purpose was and what my call was. So that's another reason why a lot of us walk in fear, because we don't know what our call is. We don't know exactly what our purpose is. We don't know why we are here. We don't know what's next for us because we don't know what's now for us. So when you don't know what's now for you, it's very hard to walk into what's next for you. And what I'm learning and realizing is that when I had that experience and that fear was taken away, it didn't make it hard for me to move into other areas where I had had previous fears. So sometimes all it takes is that one initial step that you take to get rid of the fear, or that breaks down the barrier of that fear, or that breaks down the four walls of that fear because of the box of fear that we've been living in. Sometimes all it takes is that one move, that one decision, that one gesture, that one thought to take us out of that place where we can actually move into a place of fearlessness, and into a place where we are doing all the things that we used to be afraid to do. This is why when someone decides that they want to live, when they say, you know something, I'm not going to let this life live me, I want to live. These are the same people that you see wind up skydiving and swimming with sharks and dolphins and doing all kinds of crazy stuff that most people would not think to do, because they've finally gotten rid of the fear and they've decided to live. That was what happened to me when I realized that I am a special occasion. I decided to live. Accepting the message of the special occasion and knowing that I'm a special occasion was a decision to live. And I'm so grateful that God gave me that experience. I'm so grateful because now I get to share it with you. I get to share it with your friends. I get to share it with your people. I get to share it with those who are living in fear. I get to share it with those who are living in a place and a space of uncertainty, a place and a space where they just don't know what's next. That's my grapefruit. They're living in a place and a space where they just don't know what to do next. I am a living testimony that sometimes you even have to do it afraid. I know that when I walked out, when I stepped out on faith, when I stepped out on sharing this message of the special occasion, it was definitely God. It was definitely God. And there have been other things that have fallen under the umbrella of the special occasion for which I've had to do afraid. It's okay because the initial barrier that I had of fear was already torn down. So now I'm only dealing with little fears, with lowercase f's, as opposed to large fears with capital F's. I'm walking in these little, these little fears come my way, but I don't necessarily have to allow myself to be governed by them because I'm a special occasion. And in the midst of me celebrating myself, it makes it easy for me to overcome those things that have plagued me. It makes it easy for me to overcome those things that have held me back. So what is it that you want to do? If you have not found out what it is that you have been called to do, or what it is that your reason is for being on this earth, as I say all the time, look back over your life, because you've probably been doing it all along. All it takes is a glance back. You've probably already been doing it. You just didn't know how to give it a name. You didn't know how to give it a face. You didn't know how to give it a title. You didn't know how to give it some passion. You didn't know how to give it life because you didn't know how to identify what it was. So if you've never gone to cosmetology school, but you do hair really well, that could very well be one of the things that you're being called to. And the one thing that God doesn't do that I can truly appreciate, God does not call you away from what he's called you to. He doesn't do that. He doesn't call you from what he's called you to because you have an assignment. We all have an assignment. At special occasions, this is one of the ways that we celebrate ourselves. This is one of the ways that we celebrate ourselves, by walking in our assignment, by walking in what it is that we've been called to do. So it's so important for us, like for real. It's so important for us, to really, really understand that we're always going to be seeking and searching to do better in what we've been called to. And I appreciate celebrating myself and you in this way, because being a special occasion, it takes intentionality. Being a special occasion takes you being intentional every single day about knowing who you are. You're not a mistake. You're not an accident. You're a special occasion and you're worthy to be celebrated. You're worthy of the air that you breathe. You're worthy of the space that you occupy on this earth. You're worthy to do the big things that seem impossible. You are worthy to do those things that people told you you couldn't. You're worthy of doing those things that the enemy told you you couldn't do. You're worthy of doing those things that you were afraid to do. Honestly, the fear can be crippling, but the fear is not fatal. The fear does not have to kill you. You can overcome the fear and walk in the special occasion that you are and be the special occasion that you are. You really, really, really are worthy of it. You really are. And I hope and pray that each day you will find a way to celebrate yourself because you're so worthy of celebrating yourself. I hope and pray that you find a reason to celebrate yourself because there are so many. You may not think there are because of all the things that you've been through, but there are so many reasons to celebrate yourself. So many reasons. So very many reasons to celebrate yourself. You're still here. You didn't give up. You're still alive. That's one of the reasons to celebrate. I'm celebrating you because you are a special occasion and nothing less. Nothing less. So I just wanted to encourage you, you special occasion. You're worthy to be celebrated. You're worthy of your own celebrations. Do for you what no one else can do. Be to yourself what it is that no one else can be for you. Celebrate yourselves in ways that you never thought you could. Just by being good to yourself, by overcoming the fear, by doing things afraid. Come on now, by doing things afraid. Overcome those things. Overcome those things. And I'll be here cheering you on. I'll be here clapping and cheering and jumping and telling you how much of a special occasion you are and affirming you and esteeming you in the fact that you're a special occasion. And I mean this thing because it's real to me. It's real to me. Yes, you are. I can only pray. I can only pray. I can only pray that this becomes as real to you as it is to me. I am a special occasion. Listen, if you have not already, please go to the website, TanishaRonay.com, and subscribe so that you can get my emails because a lot of people are still having trouble finding us because we've moved to YouTube. So a lot of people are still having trouble finding us. And if you don't mind, share the broadcast. Somebody needs to hear that they're a special occasion. Someone needs to know that they are a special occasion. So, with that being said, you are a special occasion and nothing less. I'm so glad you were able to join me tonight and spend your Tuesday with me because you could have spent it anywhere else. But you chose to spend this time with me, and I'm so grateful that you did. You are a special occasion and nothing less. Please learn to see yourself through God's eyes. Please learn to love yourself through his heart. He has made you a masterpiece, fearfully and wonderfully made, and he loves you. He does. And so do I. We'll be back, same station, same time, next Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Central, here at BlsdNMovin4Ward on YouTube. You can go to my Instagram at Tanisha Ronay. You can also go to my Instagram at The Special Occasion. Tanisha Ronay, The Special Occasion. Come and join us. And hopefully we'll see you there. Hopefully we'll see you next week as well. Thank you so much for joining me again. I'll catch you next time. Mwah! Be blessed. Keep it moving forward. Be encouraged.